Good morning and welcome back. And for our viewing audience, we're just going to continue the health and wellness vibe. So, of course, on Tuesdays, we're going to, I would like it to be every Tuesday, but this upcoming Tuesday, we're going to be wearing our sneakers for our, help your comfort. And now we're going to also talk about nutrition, and maybe it's time to be plant-based. I don't know. I would like to be more plant-based. And following now, we have an amazing, incredible guest who is such an inspiration to me. It is this early in the morning, and she looks like a doll, stunning. She's going to talk to us a little bit about veganism and just general wellness. How are you? Good morning, Renee.
Good morning, Joyann. I'm fine.
You're
How are
very
you?
welcome. I'm good. I'm good. It's so great to see you.
Thank
So
you.
I remember a little bit about your journey, but I guess obviously for people who are not familiar, and maybe if you wanted to share a little bit about your personal experiences with plant-based living or veganism.
Okay, so for me, basically, that journey started about 4 years ago when I decided that I wanted to be more rounded. So I basically took a holistic approach to wellness. And I believe that there's a connection with the mind and the body. So just as it is important to fuel your body with nutritious foods, it is equally important to fuel your mind. So it's about what you're listening to, the conversations that you're having with yourselves. And those things are important. So I decided to take that holistic approach on my journey to self-actualization. So
Definitely.
that's been a whole plant-based.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully you're not muted, but I would definitely agree with you on the holistic approach, where definitely it is also, maybe some of our inner dialogue as well. So being gentle with ourselves and maybe also, reinforcing more positivity in our lives as well. So are you finding
Definitely.
that, right? Continue, sorry.
Definitely. I was saying that a lot of people, I think the mind is the most powerful thing. And I guess that a lot of psychologists can agree that food does impact our mood. So the dependence on the type of food that you're putting into your bodies, then your energy will be different throughout the day. So I found that if we want to be more positive, more vibrant, that we should eat more fruits and vegetables because it all has a connection.
No, you're absolutely right. And I mean, if we were to, I guess, maybe delude ourselves and think that food doesn't impact us, you just have to take a moment and look at how sugar impacts us, right? It is one of the most visceral, very apparent imagery, right? Where you give a child, or even myself, you give them something sugary and especially with younger children, especially if it's the first time they've had it, just the immediate oh my goodness. And then afterwards what happens, you know what I mean? So you're absolutely right, maybe having something that's more sustainable. So is that kind of, 4 years ago, what were you, if I can ask, what was going through your mind that you were I'm going to research this and I'm going to understand that maybe it's better that I don't indulge in the fast food and the extremely sugary, items that are there, and then do give us that, that boost?
Well, I spoke with persons who are already on that journey, and then I did a lot of research. I also got inspired by so many women who I look up to who were basically into wellness, exercise, sleep, that holistic approach, because it is really a ripple effect and each is dependent on one another. So you can't do one without the next, because if we're eating well, but then we're not getting enough sleep, then that really impacts our overall health status. So I did a lot of research and I started to cut out meat gradually. So I was vegetarian at first, eating only fish. And as I would have mentioned before, it is really a mind, because I found that after I became more grounded spiritually, that I was able to make the transition from vegetarian to being a vegan or fully plant-based, as I would say, very quickly, because I started to develop the mindset that I'm not just eating for taste necessarily or pleasure. Not to say that plant-based foods aren't delicious, because the food is delicious, but I was looking at what foods can do for my body. I know a lot of herbalists and nutritionists would make statements such as food can either be medicine or poison, and I wholeheartedly agree with that statement.
Yeah. I think that is part of the revolution, right? Where I remember my first ever, trying any like vegan foods like way back when, and they weren't what it is now, right? So people for some reason still have that harmful mindset that, oh, it won't taste good. And then the other one was it won't be filling. So I've been pleasantly surprised because I feel like the people that you've introduced me to, as well as the restaurants that are vegan here, are really amazing. Like it's fulfilling and it's filling. Like you feel satisfied, and then it also tastes really good. So, how did you get to meet? Like, how did you meet these people? Because I got to meet Saran through you. I met some other really great people through you. I'm like, how does she know all these people? So.
Well, the world is really small because I travel a lot, and one of the things that I've incorporated is to make sure that I research vegan spots, vegan restaurants. That has actually inspired my brand, which is Veganized 268, because I realized that this was something that I had to research. Because when I didn't have the chance, or when I was too busy to prepare meals for myself, I needed to ensure that the persons who I was buying food from, that they would have practiced the same methods and approaches similar to how I live my life. So it came about the 4 years experience. I kept meeting people who were into cooking with plants, who were creative, and who were about the same holistic approach in life. So whether it's in Antigua or throughout the Caribbean region, I would have connected with a lot of persons who are promoting wellness through eating, which is one of the main ways in which we connect with our bodies.
Definitely, I would suggest that people check out your Instagram, which is Veganized268, and I've seen some incredible like foods that you show, and then also all your travels as well, where you are, because I've heard that before, where people who are plant-based have sometimes found it difficult to maintain that diet when they go traveling.
Right.
So definitely, I would recommend that we check that out. And I guess.
Thank you.
Of course. And then anything I think for yourself, have you noticed where you feel better? So I think that's what we should basically, give people that motivation to maybe try to be a little bit more plant-based. Like, what have you felt?
Yes, I've had more energy. And there's a myth about protein that if you're in the gym, and there's a myth about protein, especially as it relates to animal and the overconsumption of it. We get protein from so many plant sources. So I think that people should actually focus on fiber, because we need fiber for energy, we need fiber for a healthy bowel movement. So I feel like I feel lighter in my body. I don't ever get the feeling that I'm overeating because I can consume a lot more. And I know that these meals will add to my overall health. Also, I would have struggled with acne for years, and there have been great improvements since I've made the switch. And then the whole physical look as well. I feel like I know that generally Black people age well, but I feel like this liberty would have enabled me to keep vibrant, energetic. I feel good in body. I exercise a lot, and I'm just seeing great improvements with maintaining my weight, whether it's weight gain or weight loss. So the plant-based I don't like to use the word diet. The plant-based lifestyle is definitely one because it enhances your mood, it boosts your spirit, it fuels your body and your mind. I can't think of a better lifestyle to practice, and you don't have to develop this approach fully, but if you can incorporate more plants, more fruits, and more vegetables into your food, into your diet, then you will definitely reap the benefits.
I just had that epiphany moment because as soon as you said more fiber, because that's been my complaint where I feel sluggish and also feeling like not satisfied. And I'm like, wait, you're right. Fiber would absorb liquid, making you feel more full, and then also maybe, you know, getting rid of toxins. And maybe that's why I'm feeling a little like, so. I think you're absolutely correct. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm going to again live vicariously through you and your Vegan Eyes 268 Instagram account with all of your amazing, beautiful like travel photos and all of that delicious food. It's really like appealing to the eyes as well as obviously all the senses.
Thank you. Have a great day. Thanks for having me.
You're absolutely welcome. Thank you so much. And of course, fantastic viewers, hopefully you'll also get that epiphany moment that I literally just got that aha where I'm like, maybe it's fiber. Maybe. So the more you know, right? Stay with us.